in today's creativity flow, we're going to be keeping things simple, working through a half sun salutation and a full sun salutation while focusing on matching the movement with the breath in order to be more present. So Eckhart Tolle, real quick before we jump in, mentions in his book A New Earth the importance of presence when you're working on creating anything, a piece of music, work of art, a book, a service. He says, when you are present, when your attention is fully in the now, the presence will flow into and transform what you do. So we always talk about kind of feeling, the importance of presence and being in the here and now, but that can even be taken into your creativity practice. So that's why today we're going to spend a little bit of time just focusing on letting go of what's happening off the mat in our lives, which we try to do every practice, but we're really going to work on just a little practice that will allow you to match the movement with the breath. It's not very complicated, so you don't have to focus on the moves and holding the moves. You can just focus on the here and now. So we're going to start in mountain pose. So to get into mountain pose, you'll just stand with your feet about hips distance apart, pressing all four corners of the feet into the mat to create a really stable base. You can keep your knees slightly bent. We should never completely lock our knees. Shoulders come down away from the ears, almost like you're pulling the shoulder blades together, almost like you're trying to pinch an invisible pencil between them. Your belly button can pull your belly button up and back toward the spine to really engage the core. You can pretend there's a thin string attached to the top of your head, pulling your head up toward the ceiling to invite some length through the back of the neck and through the spine. So mountain pose is just a really strong, mindful stance. So yes, it might look like we're just standing, but we're standing with intention and integrity, and it's a great place to start to come into the present moment, come into the breath. So the breath is the best tool to use to really work to come into the present moment. So you can inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth, sighing it out, sighing out anything that does not serve you in this moment. And with each inhale, maybe focus on an intention, maybe it's being present. And with each exhale, let go of anything that doesn't serve that intention. Drop anything that you have to do later today, anything that's happened so far. We're not even really thinking about our creative projects at the moment. That's not the point. The point is just to be in the moment, fully present, so that you can then apply this when you are working on your creative practices. Just take a couple deep breaths here. The whole time really focusing on that head over heart, heart over pelvis alignment. So with each breath, maybe you're just bringing another piece of the body into alignment, focusing on another piece, section of the body. Feeling the way the chest rises and falls. Maybe feeling your feet really pressed into the mat or the earth. Noticing everything right here in this moment. I'm going to move to the top of my mat. If you're there already, just keep breathing. If not, let's find our mountain pose at the top of our mat. Continue to breathe. Now we're going to start to move through half sun salutation, and we're going to continue to work with the idea of presence by matching each move with a breath. So we're going to inhale and reach for the sky. Then on an exhale, we can swipe the hands down through center, bending forward at the waist, leading with the chin and the chest, still exhaling, folding forward. You can keep your knees nice and bent here. And at first, while I'm explaining the poses, they might not match up to the breath completely, but then we'll work through it once we're a little more familiar with the flow. We're exhaling, we're in forward fold, with your knees as bent as you need, your tailbone lifting up toward the sky, your back as straight as you can keep it here, so we're not kind of folding over to bring the head or the chest toward the knees. We're keeping the length in the spine. And we're going to inhale to a halfway lift, half flat back, hands either on the shins or the thighs, creating a 7 shape with the body. Back is long and strong still. And exhale back into our fold. And then inhale, sweep the arms up, straightening through the waist, straightening through the legs, reaching up toward the sky. And exhale, bringing the hands down through center, releasing back into our mountain pose. So that is a half sun salutation. And that alone is a great way to kind of come into the moment, to be present with the breath. So we'll try that again, and we're just gonna match the moves to the breath. So we're gonna move through the pose without stopping to talk about form. So we're gonna inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, folding forward, swiping the hands down the middle. Releasing into that fold. Inhale, half flat back, hands to the shins or the thighs. And exhale back into the fold. Inhale, maybe sweeping the hands along the floor for reaching up toward the sky, straightening through the waist. And then exhale, bringing the hands down through center. Back into mountain. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching for the sky, straightening through the waist. Reaching through the fingertips. And exhale, back into mountain pose. We'll pause here for just a moment. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. So when we're focused on matching that movement to the breath, we can use that to anchor us to the moment. So we're going to add on to that and go through a full sun salutation with a few modifications that you can use based on where you are in your practice. So we'll inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, forward fold, leaning with the chest and the chin. Maybe slowly straightening those legs a little more with each fold. Inhale, half flat back. And on the fold, we're going to exhale, drop the hands to the mat, stepping the right foot back and then the left. Pausing at the top of a plank to inhale. And then exhale, dropping completely to the belly, the chest and the stomach to the mat, keeping the elbows pulled into the body. We'll inhale, baby cobra, lifting the chest and the chin away from the mat, pressing the hips and the top of the feet, trying to keep the weight out of our hands. And exhale, release. Inhale to pause where we are. And exhale, tuck the toes, pushing up into that plank and all the way back and through to downward dog. In downward dog, we're pressing all 10 fingers into the mat, putting the pressure in that first finger and the thumbs, keeping it out of the wrists. You can bend the knees as much as you need, lifting that tailbone up toward the sky, almost giving it a scoop to keep the back straight. Your heels don't have to touch the mat. It's kind of a myth. A lot of people put a lot of pressure on getting your heels down toward the mat, but it is not necessary. They might get there eventually. So we're here in downward dog, and we'll inhale and exhale. And then on the next inhale, we'll bend the knees, look to the top of the mat, and exhale, walk the feet up toward the hands, releasing into downward dog. Forward fold. And inhale, half flat back. Exhale, fold. And inhale, sweep the arms up, straightening through the waist, reaching for the sky. And exhale, down through center, back into mountain. So now we'll go through the full sun salutation, matching the movement to the breath. So we'll inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half flat back. And exhale, drop the hands to the mat, stepping the right foot back, and then the left, pausing in plank for an inhale. And exhale, lower everything to the mat, dropping the chest and the belly. Inhale, lift the chin and the chest, keeping the elbows pulled in toward the body. Exhale, release. Inhale, pause. Exhale, tuck the toes, pushing up into a plank, or you can come to all fours here just to help you get back into your downward dog, then exhaling the rest of the way up into our downward dog. Here we'll inhale and exhale, and then inhale, bend the knees slightly, look to the top of the mat, and exhale, walking the feet forward, releasing into our fold. Inhale, half flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach for the sky. And this time we're just gonna exhale right back into our fold and flow one more time. Inhale, half flat back. Exhale, drop the hands to the mat, stepping that right foot back, then the left. Inhale at the top of the plank. Exhale, release everything to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, pause. Exhale, tuck the toes, pushing up through our plank or to tabletop and all the way back to downward dog. And here we'll inhale and bend the knees. Look to the top of the mat. Exhale, walk the feet forward up between the hands, releasing into our fold. Inhale, half flat back. Exhale, fold. And inhale, reach for the sky. And exhale, release into mountain pose. You can inhale. And an exhale. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half flat back. Exhale, drop the hands to the mat, stepping that right foot back, then the left into plank. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower everything. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, pause. Exhale, tuck the toes, pushing up either through plank or all fours and all the way back through to downward dog, where we'll pause here, take a deep inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. And then on an inhale, we'll drop the knees to the mat and drop the bum back toward the heels, where we'll come into a child's pose for just a few moments. Dropping the forehead to the mat, The chest comes to the top of the thighs, maybe stretching the arms out in front of you or bringing them beside you. And this will be our resting pose to end our practice. Maybe giving yourself a little forehead rub, rocking the forehead along against the mat. And you can stay here in child's pose for as long as you'd like, or you can take that energy, that presence we just worked on into your creative projects. Take a little time to create right after this flow. So I hope that helped give you some tools for cultivating presence, and I hope that those tools will help you in your creative practices as well as life. So thank you so much for practicing with me today, warriors. Namaste. Now go fight for your creativity. Great flow, warriors. Now it's time to take that energy and create. If you still need a little extra inspiration, just grab a creativity prompt to get the ideas flowing. And if you have a friend who's also fighting writer's block, make sure to share this video and don't forget to subscribe. Now go fight for your creativity.